44 Special versus 45 Colt. And the 45 Colt says anti-personnel. The 44 Special just simply says heavy 44 Special, but I mean, they're basically the same bullet. They're going to kind of serve the same role here. So our heavy 44 Special, I'm going to fire it through my 4 1/4 inch Smith & Wesson 69. The 45 Colt, this is my 2.75 inch Smith & Wesson Governor, but there's a lot more cylinder. So our barrel length, or travel I suppose, is a lot more similar than what it sounds. But anyways, our 44 Special is a 190 grain soft cast, rated at 1150 feet per second, 558 foot-pounds. Our 45 Colt, standard pressure, low flash, 225, rated at 1050 feet per second, 651 foot-pounds. So our rating is higher for a 45 Colt, but we might lose a little bit out of this Smith & Wesson Governor here. So looking at these cartridges, you know, the 45 Colt actually looks quite a bit larger than that 44 Special, and it is, but it's more significant than what you might think it would be. So we're going to go through the chronograph, see what kind of velocity and accuracy we get at the same time, and then we're going to do our 10% clear ballistic test. We have 4 layers of denim, followed by 3 inches of clear ballistics to represent hitting like a pectoral muscle, followed by a 1/4 inch medium density fiberboard to represent hitting ribs or sternum, and into more clear ballistics. This typically takes away about 2 inches of clear ballistics penetration compared to your typical test, but not always. So we're going to do a shot with this to represent our ribs or sternum hit, and a shot without this to represent our gut shot. And we'll see how the 45 Colt compares to that 44 Special. Then we're going to shoot from 25 yards just to kind of see our practical accuracy at my full-size steel silhouette. So let's get started with this test. All right, first up we have our 44 Special. It's rated at 1150 feet per second. I'm not really sure what barrel length they use for that, but we'll just see anyways how close we get to 1150 feet per second through my 4 1/4 inch Smith & Wesson Model 69. 44 Special. 1085. No read. 1105. 1081. 1102. I'll take those reads. Not too bad. Let's see what we get with our 45 Colt. All right, 45 Colt rated at 1050 feet per second. I'm going to go single action on this first shot just because the trigger pull of this heavy, big cylinder it's a lot. So just want to get an accurate shot. So let's see how close we get to 1050 feet per second. 991, not bad. 1018. 1031. 961. 993. Quite a bit of recoil, but it's not like a harsh recoil. It's more of just a push recoil. And our point of impact's a little bit high in this revolver, but overall pretty good performance in our velocity readings. So let's see what we get when we hit our ballistics gel block. All right, first up we have our 44 Special through our 4 layers of denim, 3 inches of clear ballistics, 1/4 inch medium density fiberboard into more clear ballistics. So let's see what we get with our heavy 44 Special 190 grain. All right. So it appears I completely lost that bullet out the side, which is interesting because the impact was good. Our impact was close enough here to not go out the side. So I'm gonna have to shoot a little bit more centered. That was interesting. I don't know why it went out the side like that, but I'll shoot a little more centered, see what we get. All right, so that stayed in that block there. And what we're looking at here is pretty good damage, and our total penetration is about 13.5 inches. That would typically indicate, you know, roughly 15.5 inches without the MDF. So let's take this MDF out here. And you can see here, we definitely got expansion in that first 3 inches there. And we'll see how it does in our gut shot. All right, no MDF, just our gut shot. Let's see how our 44 Special does. Like this. All right. And we got a lot of penetration there. There's a lot of smoke coming out from right here. Wow, it burned right through that first 3 inches there. And what we're looking at here is our total damage path. It's kind of hard to see from this particular angle, but our total damage path is about 21.5 inches. So that definitely over penetrated a bit. Let's see how our 45 Colt does. All right, 45 Colt through our ribs or sternum hit. Let's see how this will do. All right. Still impacting higher than where I intend for it to go. But what we're looking at here is we're looking at about 18 3/4 damage path through our MDF here. Yeah, we're tumbling, absolutely tumbling. So I'm gonna try it one more time to confirm that it's tumbling, and we'll see how it does. I'm gonna attempt to go below that. See what we get. All right, so that time we did not get tumbling. So that might just have been an off shot with that. And we can see right here, you know, we went through perfectly. So it's a good thing I did that second shot there. And line back up to 3 inches. What we're looking at is a damage path of about 10 3/4. Just looks like huge expansion, which would typically be about 12 3/4. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let's try it without our MDF for our quote-unquote gut shot and see how that does. I'm gonna go up above that for our gut shot. See what this will do. All right, so that's interesting. It looks definitely like it drifted to the left. Our damage path goes to 17 inches, so that's not really over penetration at all. I'm just going to take a look at this from the top if we can. Like I was saying, it drifted significantly that way, which is kind of interesting the way it did that. So what we're looking at there, that's just interesting. It's a possible tumbling on that too. So it's definitely going to be ideal for me to shoot from 25 yards because that would more adequately tell us if we're tumbling or not. So let's shoot from that 25 yards and see what we get for our accuracy. All right, 25 yards for my target up there. 44 special. See how this will do. I felt myself pull that one. That smoke is intensified by that intense sunlight there. So let's see what we get with our 45 Colt. By the way, case ejection is not terribly good with these. So let's try a 45 Colt. All right, that sun's went away. Now with this double action, it is difficult because, you know, that hand back there is pushing up on that ratchet to turn this entire cylinder, which is an extraordinarily heavy cylinder. So let's see what we get. It was shooting high at 5 yards, so let me aim about where those impacts are on the 44 special and see if we can get any hits. Yeah, I pulled that one. I could just feel myself not having good control of that trigger. All right, not extraordinarily bad, These are the kind of rounds that you might think about a good hunting round. The case ejection's good. It doesn't fully eject them all the way, but they don't get stuck. So I'm gonna go back from 75 yards because, you know, this gun is kind of like one of those things where it's kind of like a do-it-all, self-defense, small game, and with these loads, probably big game. So maybe you could take a deer or something in single action from 75 yards. So I'm gonna test that. All right, 75 yards from our target. 44 special, I'm gonna try double action just to kind of see how this will shoot, because this trigger feels so smooth compared to that Governor. I think it's low. I'm not really sure where I'm hitting there. I'm gonna go single action. It almost looked like it was hitting a little bit to the right for me. So we go single action, aim a little high, a little left, you know, left shoulder there. It impacted left. Interesting. Wow, I'm not doing good. There we go. All right, so definitely not the best shooting I've ever done. Where it hit those leaves though, that really just threw that stuff up there. So let me try a double action shot just for the heck of it. I'll just aim right in the middle. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna hit. Okay, I aimed at the head area and it hit just a little bit left. So that's the right elevation. Let me aim just a little bit right. Nope. There we go. So overall, this ammo, it performed pretty well on, you know, our points of aim and impact. A little bit different from, you know, where I want them to be, but overall it seemed like pretty good performing ammunition. That 44 Colt out of this 30.3 ounce revolver versus the 44 special out of this, I believe it's 39 and some change. This cartridge, heavier bullet, felt a little stouter and in a lighter gun, so this has some recoil. It's not quite 44 Magnum recoil. You know, it's not quite 357. It's got less snap than 357, but more just in your arm force. So it's kind of in between a 357 and a 44 Magnum. I've never fired a 41 Magnum, but I'm sure it's probably something like the way this recoil felt. So that's what you get today. Overall, Buffalo Bore always seems to perform well, and no exception here. So that's what you get. So as always, comment, share, and like. And thanks for watching.